is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
The first reading. A reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verses 1 to 15 and verses 25. Now the man knew his wife Eve, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have produced a man with the help of the Lord. Next she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain a tiller of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground, and Abel for his part brought of the firstlings of his flock their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his countenance fell. The Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry? And why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is lurking at the door. Its desire is for you, but you must master it. Cain said to his brother Abel, Let us go out to the field. And when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is your brother Abel? He said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And the Lord said, What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood is crying out to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you till the ground, it will no longer yield to you its strength. You will be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Today you have driven me away from the soil, and I shall be hidden from your face. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on earth, and anyone who meets me may kill me. Then the Lord said to him, Not so. Whoever kills Cain will suffer a sevenfold vengeance. And the Lord put a mark on Cain, so that no one who came upon him would kill him. Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and named him Seth, for she said, God has appointed for me another child instead of Abel, because Cain killed him. The word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. The Pharisees came and began to argue with him, asking him for a sign from heaven to test him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit and said, Why does this generation ask for a sign? Truly I tell you, no sign will be given to this generation. And he left them, and getting into the boat again, he went across to the other side. The Gospel of the Lord.
When these little children, they do something wrong, what is their behavior pattern? They go out and hide themselves because they know that they have done something wrong, something mischievous. So when the parents summon them or call them, how do they behave? They don't look up to the parents, but they look down and just remain silent because they know they have done something wrong. This is the same behavioral pattern of the students when they do something wrong in the class, when they are summoned by the teacher, they do not look up, they do look down because they are guilty. Today, in the first reading, we find a very pathetic situation, the first murder that we hear in the salvation history. That is, Abel is killed by Cain, the first two sons of Adam and Eve. When Cain had this inner thought, God encounters him and asks him. These are the very beautiful words where God encounters him. God asks Cain, if you do right, why do you not look up? If you do right, why do you not look up? If we are clean, if I am not guilty, then I can look up. So Cain is angry with Abel right now because his offering did not accept by God. And further, God says to Cain, but if you are not doing what is right, sin is lurking at the door. If you are not doing what is right, then you are looking down. You can't look up to God, which means sin is lurking into yourself. It is lurking into yourself. That is why you can't look up to God, because you know you are going to do something wrong. You are at guilt. You are at the wrong path. You know it. And that is why you cannot look up to God, my dear friends. Further he says, it is striving to get you, but you must control it. Cain is angry. Cain is angry with God as well as with Abel because his offering was accepted by God. Now, there is inner voice of Cain to do something wrong against his brother, and God is warning him. It is going to catch you. Sin is going to catch you. Anger is going to catch you. But do not let that catch you. Control it. When we look down, my dear friends, without looking up, without looking to God, what happens? Sin has all the probability, all the space to enter into our lives. That is why Jesus says in the gospel today, when the people, they are asking for a sign from heaven, Jesus says, no, there is no sign. I can't give you sign. I am the sign. I am the living presence of God. But still, these people, they are not looking at Jesus. They are looking down. So the sin is entering into their lives, my dear friends. Therefore, when we look up to God only, we can set free ourselves. We can change ourselves. We can control ourselves, my dear friends. Where we are looking at, do we look up to God or do we look down? Let us reflect upon this today.
Sri Wachanayano